What's going on, guys? In this video I'm going to explain how to turn random shit into emails that sell, aka how to deal with writer's block, how to defeat it finally, and how to never run out of email angles so you're never stuck looking at that blinking cursor in your Google Doc anymore, like I know I did at the beginning when I was writing my first 50 emails, right? So if you've suffered from writer's block, or you have suffered, or you're a beginner copywriter, this video is especially for you. And even if you're an experienced copywriter, you can learn a lot from this technique. So without further ado, let's get into it. How to turn random shit into emails that sell, okay? This is gonna be a quick / short presentation. So I want you to pay attention and take some notes because I'm gonna spill some sauce, okay? So you'll be wondering, why is there a $6.2 million banana and why does it connect with emails? You'll see why. Before we start though, I want to give credit. This is based on a free value post that our friend and co-host of our free Discord server, Presley, wrote as free value. We write a lot of this, especially on our newsletter, so if you want to join, link is in the description. But you can also join our free Discord server, because if you ever wanted to peek inside the mind of a no BS successful copywriter, this is it. So just letting you know. So before we start, let's define writer's block. What is writer's block? Basically, writer's block is something that has always existed, but it wasn't categorized until like last century, and it consists of like this kind of like creative block that especially writers face, where you're just staring at your screen or at your paper, like in the good old days, just wondering, what should I write? What should I write? How should I continue this? And it seems like the creative part of your brain cannot get to work. You have logical part of your brain or the creative part. I don't remember if it was the left part or the right part. It doesn't matter. But the thing is, they cannot work at the same time. And when you're being super critical about your work and analyzing how it's gonna affect everything in real time, you cannot work. You cannot enter the flow state, and it results into your brain getting blocked and saying, I don't want to work no more, I don't want to think no more. So how do you enter the flow zone? Well, we're gonna show you in this video. But first of all, I wanted to make it clear, there's many types of copywriting pieces you can write. You can write YouTube scripts, Instagram captions, emails, TikTok scripts, school descriptions, sales pages, webinar slideshows, whatever, ads on Subway. You can think about any type of copywriting. But in this case, in this video, we're going to talk about emails. Why? Because emails are short compared to most other mediums. So transitioning from one idea to another can be done simply in a matter of like 2 lines. So this means that emails are the best type when handling writer's block. But at the same time, because there's a catch, they're also very spontaneous type, right? And with this spontaneity, which seems to come and go inadvertently, this randomness could be the root cause of your writer's block, right? You have sales pages which all kind of like sound the same. They tell you a story, blah blah blah, testimonials. But with emails, the reader is expecting this kind of like pop-up of creativeness, of randomness, of freshness, of how they can get surprised, right? So you can face a lot of writer's block with emails, and I'm going to show you exactly how to avoid that in this video. So you may be struggling with trying to come up with something funny, or figuring out how to tie a story to a lesson, or even inventing that story in the first place in case it didn't happen, which is a lot of emails, right? So all of those can be extremely challenging in the beginning, especially in your first days. And then that blinking cursor on the white page can drive you crazy faster than you can open the Google Doc. That's why today I'm going to teach you how to do all that flawlessly and impress your clients with the insane open rates you can bring them, or impress yourself if you're selling your own product. So how do I avoid writer's block? First of all, let's break down emails into 3 parts, okay? This is basic. They teach you this at school probably, but an email consists of subject line, a body, and a call to action in case of sales, okay? You don't usually do a call to action when you're messaging your granddad. But most beginners get the order wrong, right? They think it's body and then call to action and then subject line, meaning that you have to figure out the body and then the call to action, and then you'll come up with a subject line that has something to do with what you just wrote. Kind of like singing. You invent the song and then you make a title out of it, right? Well, with copywriting, it's not the same. Because while you can write them that way, for beginners, I suggest this order, which is subject line, call to action, body. Okay, I know it may seem really weird and really like counterproductive, but trust me, I'm gonna explain why this is the best. So, how do I do this, Paul? How do I change this pace? Well, let's see how on this next slide. How to start emails with this subject line, and why starting that way is the best thing. But the thing is, writing the body is the hardest thing, right? So if you're starting with that, there's a high chance you have no idea what to write. Whereas if you have a line, like a subject line, and you have to connect it with a call to action, which is the goal of an email, you have to just build a bridge in the middle, right? Because you just made the hardest job, which is like how to get them to open and how to like what to connect it with. Now you have to do the bridge in between, and it's much easier than to just start with the bridge, not even knowing one of the destinations, right? So again, how to start emails with a subject line. First, you want to find a topic, okay? I find topics either for my client socials or an online article, just something that pops up randomly in your mind. Just find a topic and link that topic to a pitch/product, okay? In case of your clients, their pitch. Or in case of, if you're doing these emails for practice, just invent a product, right? So here are some examples. You got the connection between a $6.2 million banana to a self-improvement program. How? I'll show you why, don't worry. Or a 9-to-5 job being boring and inactive to one-to-one fitness coaching. Or biohacking and fitness to a drop shipping mentorship. You may be wondering, what do these have in common? Absolutely nothing, I know. But we'll find a way to connect them in real time, don't even worry. The list goes on. Just find a topic, okay, and connect it with a call to action. And second, start at your product and think of what can be related to it. Find the connection between this subject line and this call to action, which is talked about. Start to build a bridge. What are some common ground they have? What do they have in common, right? So for the banana, I read an article days prior to writing the email. And it struck to me, this 6.2 million banana thing. So when I sat down to write some emails, I wrote down on a blank document, a banana worth 6.2 million. Just that, just subject line, a banana worth 6.2 million. And what followed was a 300-word email going from talking about the 6.2 banana to self-worth and how public thought doesn't define you. So we connected that to a self-improvement program. We talked about a 6.2 million banana, which is something that, is eye-catching. People are really eager to open that email. Just curiosity building up. Why would a banana cost 6.2 million? And you connect that with how public thought doesn't define you. So the banana could be worth cents, or it could be worth 6.2 million, depending on how you view it and who views it. So given the chaos, which is self-worth and public thought, it's better to just love yourself, right? And that's how you connect it to a self-improvement program. So we have another examples. So I just marked Paul explaining the examples, so I'm just going to freestyle them for you. So you have a 9-to-5 being boring and inactive, and you want to connect that to one-to-one fitness coaching. Okay, that's really easy. So let's say you have a 9-to-5 job or a job where you sit at your office all day, and you may think you're being productive, or even you're making some money, but you're sitting down all day, and that double chin is starting to catch up. That belly button is starting to, like, your belly is starting to get out of your pants, right? And when you're on calls, when you're on sales calls especially, you may be losing clients because of that dad bod you have, or that skinny fat body you have, or that double chin. You may be losing clients because of that, because you meet them in real life and you shake hands, and they can feel in your grip that you're not strong, that you are out of shape, the way you run out of breath when you go up those stairs to the office to have a meeting with them. So that's what we just did. We just connected the 9 to 5 job to one-to-one fitness coaching. So if you want to stop losing clients because of your double chin, join my fitness coaching program. There you go. There you have it. Your dad bod is costing you clients. So join my fitness coaching. Another example, we have biohacking/fitness and the dropshipping mentorship. Well, you can start the email talking about how, like, the viral biohacking or fitness morning routine that's changing lives, and you may even reference this meme of this black guy who drinks all this water and pours his face in ice water and banana peels and stuff. And you can start talking about morning routines and biohacking, and you may say, while all those routines may be good for your gut health, do you know what's good for your pocket? My routine: straight coffee, straight cigarette, open laptop, get to work. See numbers going up on my Stripe account because I'm a drop shipper and I make money out of thin air, and make money rain. So if we want to make money rain, like me and others like Jack or some testimonial, apply to my drop shipping mentorship, where we don't fuck around with all these morning routines. That's it. We just did that. We just connected a biohacking/fitness routine to a drop shipping mentorship. So that's how you build a bridge. But do you notice how it's much easier to build a bridge than to just start building a bridge with no foundation, with no subject line, and then coming up with a subject line? And in the end, with this, I don't mean you shouldn't iterate with your subject lines. You should do like 5 to 10 subject lines and choose the best one if you're doing a serious email for a client. But it's a really great idea to start writing some random subject line, some random call to action, if you're practicing, or the call to action of your client, what is their product, what is their offer, and connect the two with a bridge. That's it. I just solved your writer's block. It's insecure. So writer's block doesn't exist if you can pull random shit together out of thin air to sell other shit. That's what marketers do, right? So I just solved your problem. And especially if you're a beginner, because I was at your shoes and I totally understand I was in your shoes, it can get challenging at the beginning. You may be writing an email for an hour. I've been there, I've done that. Whereas now I can write an email in 20 minutes with revisions included. So it's much easier to do it this way. So if you're a beginner, begin this way, okay? So what to do now? You may be wondering. Well, I have homework for you, buddy. Stay there. I want you to find 3 random topics, or ask ChatGPT for you lazy heads or sleepy bones out there, and then find 3 call to actions that you can link them to, like these examples. So random topics: struggling with self-worth. Random CTA, car wash. You may connect this like, okay, your self-worth is defined by your material things. One of your material things is your car. So if your car is looking dirty, you're looking dirty and you don't love yourself. See what I did there? Or a random topic like biting your tongue while eating, connected with a copywriting course. Figure out a way to do that. I'm sure you can do it if you just twist your brains together. This is a good exercise for your creativity. Or a random topic like your good old dirty shoes, and connected with success and money making, which was done by Presley in our newsletter before. So you can subscribe in the description to see that email. And I want you to write 3 emails with that. Okay? It may be hard at the beginning, I know, but it will train your copy skills like nothing before, and you'll get good at what I like to call email freestyling, right? And after you're done, I want you to submit them to our copy review channel, which is in our free Discord server. You can join, link in the description, and you'll get those reviewed for free, and you'll get feedback on your copywriting skills. So it's a win-win situation for you. So also, if you want to build high-level skill, I would advise you watch our free 1.5 copywriting course and community, which is also in our Discord server. First link in the description. You just join, you click on free course, and there you have it. All the videos are free for you to watch. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you took some notes. Okay, leave the comments in the description if you have any questions, and I'll make sure to answer them. And now go get it. It's time, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.